Welcome back
to this TENNPOD.
Wow,
that was good.
Today we're going to be discussing something I have almost nothing to add on, and that is our predictions for the rackets of 2026.
Yeah, so this is actually some moderate news. The thing I'm most excited for is the new arrows. Those are going to be updated in the first quarter of the year. We've got some leaked spy shots here, the prototype and the normal. What's your instant reaction on the paint job?
I like it a lot. I feel like these were just... How long ago were the last arrows released?
3 years.
Has it been that long
It's
already?
been that long.
That's crazy.
Well, don't you? It was a long time that we reviewed it.
That is... I guess that's a good point, but
we
it
were
just
both
doesn't...
fat.
That is true. When we watch old videos of ourselves, it's pretty embarrassing at this point, especially
I can't
for
believe
Beckett.
anyone watched us.
I like this paint job. It looks a lot more simplistic. It looks classier. I like the old paint job too. In general,
in person, it's more of like an olive green.
Oh, you've seen it in person
as
already.
base, yeah.
Ooh, olive green sounds nice.
It's quite an interesting color. It's a big change as well. Probably going to get in trouble for talking about this too much. But we should hopefully be on the review for embargo date, which I'm quite excited about because it's not every day that you get like these flagship lines with major updates. Like the last major update to the Aero was 2016. Can you believe that?
I thought the last one was the last major update. Why would we make a review about it if it wasn't a major update?
It was a major update, but it was a minor update. Do you know what they did?
They tightened the string pattern.
Impressive. He did know.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, my question before we move on quickly. Are there any pure arrows that you really don't like the look of? Because I think all of them have been pretty good looking. I know people didn't like the last one that much, but I actually love the cyberpunk.
I like the current one, yeah. Cyberpunk, glossy. It's glossy. Like anything that's glossy is a leg up. The banana yellow was mixed on.
I can see that.
My own racket, I mixed on.
But it's not bad.
No.
I've seen much, much worse from many other companies.
But it's a mold change this year, and you can probably kind of see from the pictures.
It looks maybe a little thicker at the bottom. Am I imagining that?
It's just, it's
a different shape.
Change in shape.
Yeah.
Which is, like, apparently there were some minor mold changes when it switched from Aero Pro Drive to pure Aero, so that was the 2016 shift. But it's not really anything you can detect, in my opinion, whereas this is, like, the Aero's first ever, like, significant change in mold since its release in 2005.
Do you think they'll continue making a new version of the Rafa with this new pure Aero?
I think probably not.
If that was just a one and done?
I think it was like, he's going out, we're going to do something to get some bills. Also happened to really satisfy me as a customer because I actually bought them.
But it's too cool of a racket to just discontinue.
If you were running Babolat, would you continue to offer a racket by a retired old man?
Maybe you don't call it the Rafa, but I feel like that racket has the it factor.
Simon, and you felt the magic.
I felt the magic lately. Beckett's been talking about switching rackets. I've been eyeing those bad boys up a little bit. It's a sweet frame. It's so much fun to use. You know, we've talked about the last couple pods. It's just wormed its way into my brain. Pure Rafa. You know, I think if they are smart, maybe they don't keep the Rafa name, but I think they should do something in that
Rafa
same vein.
Legacy or Aero Legacy.
Aero Legacy. Come on, that makes sense.
Yeah. In the blacked out prototype paint job.
I'm pumped up.
All right. What else is coming out this year? I found this advertisement for Fernando Gonzalez.
Okay.
Who is a South American player. Yeah, is aged a little bit. I found this advertisement for like a demo day. Can you read that?
Would you like to take part in an event of a new Yonex racket?
VCore Ruby Red. I could read that.
VCore Ruby Red. Well done.
Nueva means new.
Yeah.
And what does
the rest
it say
of it's
under?
just like
Nothing?
sign up for a private exclusive event.
Yeah, so
for special gifts.
These are also going to be on the horizon. I know a little bit about them, but I don't want to get in trouble at this point and leak too much information.
Is it exciting though? Is it
I
new?
think it's exciting.
It's red.
You know, I was really worried about these new VCores because The E-Zone update, it was just as muted, and it was softer, which made it a little bit more noodly.
That was Allie's racket.
No, that was the blue E-Zones.
Oh, the blue E.
Remember?
Sorry. You're talking about the E-Zones. The E-Zones? Yeah.
They were, like, feel-wise, they were pretty good.
They're a great racket.
Yeah, they
but
play
I don't
great.
love them.
And so my concern was that was largely due to the Minilon so-called tech, right? Whether or not Minilon is coming to the VCores, I'm just not worried about it, you know?
Sure.
If that's enough of a suggestion. And I think, like...
I could have meant anything.
I've been wanting a lot of things to happen with these VCores. Like, I want them to be stiffer. I want the feel to be clearer. I want, a little bit extra power, especially in the top of the hoop, which is, I think, something they did a really good job of with the E-Zone update, because they made it a little bit more of an exaggerated teardrop shape. They thickened up the beam. All those things I would love to happen to the VCore as well.
I really liked the last VCore, so if they can improve on that.
Did you really try the last VCore?
Well, it was Allie's racket.
Oh, yeah.
I used it a ton.
Racket. Yeah.
I stole it from her every chance I got. And especially if I was playing against her to annoy her.
Full red, and I mean, how amazing would it be to have Fonseca just make a huge splash with an all-new VCore?
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
In general, I'm a huge Yonex fan.
Big
I
time.
love their products. Hopefully this one's good.
This is, I think I stole this shot from Tennis Nerd Jonas. This is a blacked out prototype. It's a Wilson racket.
How do you know?
Because I was looking on the Tennis Warehouse forums, and it was...
You could have just said the grip.
It was posted. That could just be the grip.
That could just be the grip, I suppose.
You look at Wilson's lineup, they've got the Wilson Shift, which is their spin racket.
Yeah.
You haven't tried it.
I have not.
And you're lucky, because it sucks. Did you hear the story that they tried to get Maria Sakkari to switch to it?
No.
And she played one match, Indian Wells.
Dropped it.
Instantly lost and went back to her old frame.
Is she using just current rackets, or were they just hey, please,
I think they were
try
please.
This one. But why would they care? Why wouldn't they just put the paint job on it? They want that legitimacy.
I don't.
Wilson's
know.
trying to be a legitimate
I don't
company
understand.
again? What's going on?
Because they're still blatantly lying about a ton of stuff. But I don't. Wilson is one of the companies that I understand the least. Fundamentally, I saw Carew. Did you see this? Carew said
the blade
sucks.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
I've been criticizing the blade for years.
Yes.
And all these Wilson guys are using variations of the blade, and I feel like it's pretty clear that their results are getting worse.
Yeah, and as someone who is worse at tennis, I feel like the blade worked for me for a long time. I feel like maybe I'm at the point where I started to pass that by, but it is a good beginner's racket, but I can't imagine.
But it's not supposed to be a beginner's racket. That's the problem.
What is Wilson's strategy for rackets? I can't figure that out. To me, they're trying to make rackets that the mass population of beginners can use and have that kind of brand luxury vibe. I don't think they're making rackets for professional players to a large degree at the moment, and I don't quite understand.
Yeah, who's their biggest star? Tsitsipas, right?
Yeah, I guess.
But he's been struggling, and this is one of the rackets.
And he's trying Babolat's pretty publicly.
But this is one of the rackets that he is spending a lot of time testing. With the help of my friend Jonas.
So sorry, I wasn't listening to you. What is this racket?
This is going to be a replacement. I think a replacement to the Shift. It's not going to be called the Shift. It appears to be a retooling of an old mold from the early 2000s. It was called the Cobra back then, when it was the K-Factor technology. So it was little K in brackets, the squared off brackets for the K-Factor.
That was Golden Age Wilson, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they put out that Cobra because Babolat released the Aero. They knew they needed some sort of Aero spin racket. It did not sell at all.
Wilson, name this racket the Cobra.
So Jonas is calling it the Python.
Oh, okay, that works too.
Yeah, which I think is just as funny. Maybe funnier. So this is looking like a 1620 stiffer pattern, pure Aero 98 kind of competitor. And so that'll be really interesting because I don't think many companies have really come out with some serious pure Aero 98 competitor.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how high are your hopes for this frame?
I don't have any hopes because so here's my good story about this, and I don't know how true it is. So Hachnov received a demo racket of this. He received one just to hit. He liked it so much he played the entirety of Hala this year with a single racket because he liked it so much.
This seems like a folktale to me, but okay.
So that is promising. Stefanos liking it is promising because I think we know that these pros, they like the more pure, organic, normal flexing frames, which is my concern with Wilson is that like the Ultra feels weird.
They're engineering flex.
And
but
it feels
not
spongy and fake. And so if this has that, it's game over. But if it has a normal flex, like the RFO one, which you haven't hit either, has a really pure flex.
But it's like the same as it always has been, isn't it? Because I've used old RFO ones, and they're great rackets.
It's a new mold. Like, it's more pure drive shaped than the other ones. But, yeah. So I don't have huge expectations with Wilson because in the past, I think they've been a little bit... They had great success with the Clash, and they've kept following that formula, even though the Clash's audience was very specific.
Yeah, to people who don't play very much and probably don't buy rackets all that often.
The Clash buyers, when I was selling Clashes, was they buy one racket every 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And
which is a great segment. Like, it's an important segment to service, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, you got to service it. But the Clash V1, I fear, was the last racket purchase for a lot of the people who bought it.
Yeah. You have to keep in mind, as a racket company, your key demo that keeps coming back year over year are mentally ill people like us. And you need to base your rackets around those people.
All right, so here is just a list of anticipated releases. So I think we've talked about the major ones. We got the Arrows, the Pro Staffs. Blade supposedly will be updated as well. I think that's going to be pushed later into the year. I don't know if we're going to see major changes or minor changes with that blade. It's not been very long since the last blade was updated, but that was an extremely minor change. The Pro Staff, word on the street is this V15, so the 15th iteration of the Pro Staff as we know it, will be the final version with a 5-year life cycle before it fades into oblivion.
BMW is coming out with their smallest CUV, I see.
Yeah, that's a Technofiber. So the TFX one, which was my F-tier rated frame from Technofiber, I saw on the forum might be updated to the name called T-Fire, and I am hoping to be able to check those out sooner rather than later. I think the TF40s might be updated as well. That is Technofiber's blade competitor, so more their control frame.
Can I quickly encourage Technofiber to not name it T-Fire?
It might be a little too late.
Okay.
Is it better than TFX1?
Somehow, no.
Or TF40?
I don't mind TF40 either compared to T-Fire. Just call it the Fire. Just don't name it Fire. That's boring. That's an element. You need a verb. I think
Fire.
all rackets should be verbs.
I think Dunlop, I don't know if Dunlop is going to do the CX, but I don't know if the FX counts as a 2026 or if they're doing 2 rackets in 2025 or what the deal is. So maybe we see new CXs. The Prince Tour line will be updated. You hate the current Tour 98 that we have.
Sorry, who makes
the white
the
one,
Prince
the
Tour?
Prince white, the Prince white one.
Yeah,
that's supposed to be changed.
That's the one I really didn't like. Yeah, and you really liked it.
I liked it. Yeah, it's nice. It's up my alley. It's like
I thought it was so wild, and it was like
it's fun to use. It's not a racket that I would use seriously, but I think it's fun to use. It has good personality. I think it's way more.
It does have tons of personality.
Yeah, it's way more fun than the current whiteout, in my opinion, or the current blade, or that kind of racket, and that's where it's trying to compete. Functional tennis, our boy Fabi.
That's who we're... Oh, no, Fabi,
The Saber.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I'm happy.
I think a full racket is coming. I know it's coming, and I'm allowed to start posting about it as of tomorrow, because we're filming on the last day of November.
Are we allowed
today.
to say that we've been a part of the development process? Is he letting us say that?
Oh, he didn't. Yeah,
Like,
I'm
we
sure
haven't
it's
been
fine.
part of it, but he sent us prototypes. And, like,
No, we've been part of the development process. He's literally fixed the things I told him was wrong.
But, like, the improvements have been so substantial over the course
Oh, yeah.
of us testing it. It's been crazy to see. And, like,
the first one was rough. The
Yes.
next one was like quite serviceable, and now we haven't hit the final version, but I do have it here.
Oh,
Have you seen it?
no.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep
Okay.
reading down the list for the viewers.
So, there's going to be a new Diadem Elevate. Beckett, tell me what to say about the Diadem Elevate.
I don't know, but I think it'll come out.
Which color was that one? Was that the blue writing? That was the blue
That's
writing.
their like blade as well.
We like that one. It's not too bad.
Do we like it?
It's fine. Moving on.
No, you haven't. Did you try? Allie hated it.
Who makes the Fury?
Fury.
Fury makes the Fury? Fury?
Fury's the company. So
Does
I'll
it just
bring-
have one racket?
I'll bring them.
Or is that the racket that I really like the look of, the square frame?
Yeah, the square frame.
Ooh, I like that one. And that's the old one that we have there?
Yeah. I'll bring over a selection of things to look.
Okay. While we're waiting for Beckett, let's just talk, you and I, quickly. Oh, he's back.
Okay, here. That's the functional tennis. Grab the first
Okay.
So that's the functional tennis final prototype before production.
Is this what the name is going to be? Can you even read that with your bad eyes?
Yeah. It says.
That's the name of it?
Yeah.
Wow. That's going into official production.
All right. So yeah. So that should come out. The paint job is not going to be fully black. That's the prototype paint job. I haven't seen the final paint job, and we haven't hit it. It's pre-strung with Syngut, so I'm not even going to bother. I guess you could hit that tonight if you really want to, but the strings are going to suck. Then these are the Furies.
This is 100, right?
99, hence the name.
Oh, sorry. Good
Printed
point.
on there, yeah.
Good
Yeah.
point.
So here's the Furies.
I think these rackets just look so good.
Yeah, they're sweet.
It's an absolutely
The
gorgeous
98 is surprisingly clunky for me. Like, it just doesn't like work with my ripping through the ball.
Mm-hmm.
The 101 does. I like the 101 a lot. I think it's very interesting. Mitch loves this racket.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's a real ripper's paradise. then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like I noticed he really likes. Every time I give him one that has the balance point this one has, which is 31 centimeters, he loves it.
Interesting. Just gives him extra racket head speed, probably, or what?
Just works for him. I don't know.
Hmm.
And then the other thing that's going to come out before the end of this year is this Prince Ripcord XS, which I think looks way better than the 100.
Way better.
Um,
And this is a legitimately good racket. Your
Yeah.
arm will fall off.
no, Mitch says this one. 'Cause I haven't really hit it. Mitch hit
Well,
it.
we are not spoiling what this one is. That's a review that's
It's
going to
much
come out,
better.
and you're going to have to watch
No,
it. But
it's
the
much
old
better.
one,
We're allowed to
would
tell
make
them that
your
it's much
arm
better
fall
because
off.
then they'll actually click it.
that is true.
This isn't really new. This is new for this year, but not super new. And
This
then
has
I
the
just
biggest holes you've ever seen.
brought this because it's sweet. All right, and then from Head, because I forgot about Head until I got to the end of the list. Speed Tour 97 is coming out, so another all new Head mold.
Let's go.
And then we're wondering, will the booms or the extremes be updated because they've been following a 2-year life cycle? I haven't seen anything about those. I've only seen stuff about the new Speed. We'll see.
When did the last Speed come out? 3 years ago as well?
2024.
Yeah. Okay.
They updated it in like 1 year because they were worried about Djokovic retiring for the US Open.
Interesting.
All right, so into our next segment, which is sponsored by Allie getting us a court tonight at her club.
Shout out to Allie and the club.
We're looking at predictions for the 2026 ATP Tour. So I'm starting off with, who do you think is going to win each of the 4 slams?
See, here's my problem with this is now it's getting to the point where it's boring again.
It's
We've
getting
got-
to the point where it's boring.
Have we got
big time duopoly.
anybody else that we're worried about besides 2 players at this point?
Well, I think
Joker for me is done. Right?
it's going to be hard for him to go deep. He's gotten like decent seeding. Like I think he'll be 4th seed for
I think
Oz.
his best bet is to not play any tennis except the majors, get his ranking to like 100th, and then force a first round match against Carlos.
So
Vicente.
he's hot.
Yeah.
Or
Just
fresh.
get rid of him because he can
Yeah.
beat everybody else except
Yeah.
for those 2.
That's a good point. But the other thing is sometimes those matches just end him.
Yeah.
Okay, so who do you got for Oz? We had
Ozzy,
Sinner.
I've got Sinner.
Yeah,
It's
Sinner.
a pretty easy lock for me.
I heard Alcaraz says he would rather win the Australian Open than any 2 other slams.
Because it completes his set.
It completes his set.
I understand. Andy's looking a lot better than he did at the end of last year. He was going through a lot of injury problems last year moving into the Australian Open. I don't think he was at his best. They've been going back and forth, but there haven't been any major changes to speed, ball, conditions. I just think Yannick, at the end of the day, is a hard court god at this point. And I think he's going to be really, really challenging to beat.
Well, U.S. Open.
I know.
Depends
I'm
on
not
the
saying
court
he
speed.
can't. I'm not saying he Alcaraz can't beat him.
It's like you have a super slow hard court, it's Alcaraz.
Yeah.
You have a pretty slow hard court, it's Sinner.
Yeah.
And the Australian Open has slowed down lately, but sometimes they make that surface like super bouncy, a little bit faster. I find Shelton historically plays really well in Australia. He deals with the heat well. He comes off the off season very fresh, always seems to take some like major leaps in the off season. He didn't finish the year super strong because of that shoulder injury. He's the player that I would like to see start working his way in.
My main storyline for Australia, and I've basically given up on him as far as a major threat, but I am very interested to see what Alexander Zverev does at this tournament, because his year in large part is going to depend on getting a big result at this tournament, because the majority of the points he has are from last year's Australian Open, and if he doesn't do well, he's going to have to battle it out week in, week out at every
He
single
might
tournament
have
for
to
the rest of the
vulture
year.
a couple 250s.
The number 3 player in the world could drop massively if he goes out early, and he has been going out early all the time.
So you're anticipating Sinner. I agree, by the way. Who's your dream?
Who's my dream pick for winning?
Yeah.
Jensen Brooksby.
All right. French Open, 3-2-1, Alcaraz.
I'll be obtuse, and I'll pick Sinner, and I'll tell you why.
Okay, tell me why.
I think last year's finals match proved to me that Yannick Sinner has the game to beat Alcaraz on clay.
He does appear to be revenge-oriented.
He is extremely revenge-oriented.
Yeah.
He's extremely angry. I think he'll make the adjustments. I think in large part, he just gassed himself out of that 4th and 5th set, and then he just had some of those mental hurdles we saw him deal with when he was first starting to come up. I think that was the last vestiges of that. He pushed it aside, and he did really well for the rest of the year. He is the monster of all monsters. I don't think the gap in skill is big enough between Carlos and Sinner that it's inconceivable. I think Sinner's going to be able to put together a game plan to beat him.
As Musetti wins.
Your dream is Musetti wins.
Yeah.
It's a silly dream.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. I would like to see Zverev win this.
I don't.
We'll move
I
on.
think that's less likely than Musetti. I'm just
So
saying.
too. Well, listen. Okay, here's my thoughts. He played Sinner at the Nito finals, and he got absolutely wiped. But he came out of that saying he felt encouraged. He had a lot of break points he didn't take advantage of. Sinner didn't get as many break points as Zverev did. He just took advantage of them, took full control. I think in that loss, which looks really bad, he played some of the best tennis he's played in a long time.
What is the mental switch that he's going to have to flick, and how is he going to flick that switch?
I think he's just a very fear-based player, but I think, honestly, losing after losing after losing is good for him because the expectations will start to disappear. He's kind of like that guy. He's got a big ego, but it's not solid. I don't think he fully believes in himself.
Ego.
And I think
it's not
his
baseless,
entire dream, his entire self-worth is dictated by getting that major. Or no, I shouldn't say that, but you know what I'm saying. And I think that it means just simply
his
too much.
His entire self-worth.
I think it just means too much to him, and it's been expected of him for so long.
That's one of the biggest pain points.
I no longer think it's expected of him.
No, yeah, I agree. I think the consensus is that
it's over.
He's gonna go down as the best player to ever not win a major.
But he's still Alex Zverev. And I think that if he can put together those points in key moments, he could be tough for anyone to beat, except for maybe Sinner. I think he matches up with Sinner way worse than Alcaraz.
Yeah.
But
we haven't seen
he
him.
needs to evolve his game like we've always been saying, to be a little bit more tactical, a little bit more smart, but you see he can do it sometimes.
We haven't seen him hit this, world-beating level in the same way that we did in his early career, where he would just be like, nobody can do anything to my backhand.
Mm-hmm.
You can get me in the worst position, and I'm hitting a winner off my backhand.
But everybody hits it to his forehand now.
Yeah.
You see the patterns of play.
So did he win titles that last year?
That's a good question. Did he win any titles last year?
Okay, he did. Would you like to guess which title he won? And
he won a 250, I'm pretty sure, right?
He won 250 Munich outdoor clay.
And that's his only title total.
Of 2025, yeah.
That's good. That's good. Expectations are low. I think he's got nothing to lose, except for the Australian Open points, which is a massive pressure point, and I'm sure he won't be thinking about it
my
at all.
bad. In 2025, Munich was upgraded to a ATP 500.
That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish him the best. I think clay is his best surface by far. I think it gives him a little bit of extra time on that forehand wing to get a little bit more confidence. As someone who sucks on their forehand side, he's my spirit animal on court. So I would like to see. That's my dream.
So he should do what you did. Lighten racket. Fix forehand by lighten
How heavy is his racket?
It's got a 360 swing weight.
Oh, so that's heavy.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
He's one of the few guys left who's using something seriously heavy.
That's probably why his backhand is so good.
100%. And why he can get so much power on the serve. And even his forehand has effortless power when he's got the time to line it up.
Okay, enough about Zverev, enough about the French Open. Let's move on to Wimbledon,
which will be won by Bublik. You regret not saying that first.
God damn it. I was going to say Jensen Brooksby, but
it'll be one or the other in the finals.
I think this is clear Carlos Alcaraz all day for me.
You think Carlos is getting revenge?
100%.
Because last year it was Janik. My assumption is those are the only two guys who have really been able to play seriously good tennis on grass. Whereas everyone else is a little bit stumbly. Musetti, I think, can find a good game on grass. Shelton had a decent Wimbledon.
That's what I was going to say. Is he not your dream for Wimbledon?
No, I'd rather Bublik win Wimbledon.
You'd rather... Bublik?
This year.
Who knows what Bublik could do? Because he played so well this year. I think he's more motivated than ever. I think in the past he hasn't believed that this was possible, so I don't think he really applied himself in the same way. I think he's locked in.
Yeah.
He could be an absolute wild card for some of these tournaments.
And he won a lot in clay last year.
He did.
Is not discussed that often.
Arguably his worst surface turned into his best
maybe
surface.
Maybe he's winning the French.
What if he won the French and Wimbledon back to back?
Channel Slam. He would retire at Wimbledon. I fear he would retire in his victory speech at the French, so he would never give himself the chance.
Okay. Is Felix good at grass? I feel like he's not that bad at grass.
Is Felix good?
Well,
We badly want him to be.
I don't know. That's my dream pick for grass is Felix.
Because he had a he could actually do some big damage at Oz.
He could do damage at Oz. He likes Australian Open.
Yeah, he likes hard.
I'm not gonna pick him. He's decent at clay.
He does better at U.S. Open.
Yes, he likes the U.S. Open better.
And he's good on clay. Like he did junior. He won junior.
I just think clay takes out some of the variables that grass doesn't, and it gives Alcaraz and Sinner too much to work with. I think if he plays his best on grass, he can blast and get those crazy bounces. And
like, because there's days where Felix is like almost untouchable on serve. And the grass would make that even worse because he's got all the targeting.
Imagine if he plays Sinner and he just blasts Sinner off the court with his serves and then just shanks everything on return so that Sinner has no semblance of rhythm.
Yeah. That could happen.
And then he just pulls it out of the hat every time.
That could happen.
I'm locking him in.
That's how Milos did it. That's how Milos got to the final.
That is how Milos... and he had a forehand that he could rely on.
Yeah. I think Felix is getting there as well. Like, he also... I think maybe it's not right to speculate about his personal life, but that's what pods are for. Seemingly getting married and settling down a little bit has been great for this guy.
I think he seems more mature than ever on court. His decision making has been actually intelligible as a viewer. Like, I watch what he's doing and I go, I seem to understand what you're up to, and I like it. And he's shown human emotion in a natural way, which he's never done before, in my opinion. So
I think he talked to Mike Tyson.
I think
that's my personal belief.
I think he might have done that.
All right. Last slam of the year. This is Shelton's dream slam. If he can stay healthy and if everyone else can stay healthy, which is probably not going to happen, who do you think takes it?
Here's my thing. I am not ready to go all in on the Shelton train.
I'm ready. I've been all in for years.
Well, he's one of my favorite players, but I just see too much evidence that he's not ready to consistently win. Do I think he can beat Yannick? Do I think he can beat Alcaraz? Absolutely. In a one game, anything's possible. He gets hot. He's extremely tough to deal with.
I don't know if I think, like, with his game today, he can.
He needs to change.
But the way that he's been developing his game, like, he's got a relatively incomplete game. But he's able to be at the top. And the things he has to work on are clear, and he's been working on them.
I agree.
And so his improvement track has been extremely strong, and I think he's got some of the highest potential in men's tennis. And he's been doing such a good job of fulfilling that potential over time that I think 2026 is going to be the year where he really presents himself as a serious threat. And it should, according to his schedule, I think is going to all kind of accumulate at the U.S. Open, where he'll lose to one of the other two in the final.
I predict Ben Shelton is the U.S. Open champion of 2028. But for now, it's time for him to step aside and usher in a new era of U.S. dominance via Jenson Brooksby.
Speaking of stepping aside, let's step aside to the next slide. And we're talking about...
I didn't know this was coming.
Players we're most excited to watch in 2026.
Yes. My player to watch, as you all know, my favorite player on tour, Jenson Brooksby. He put together an absolute year last year. I mean, this guy is not the most physically gifted guy. He does not have the best shots.
I don't know about that.
Right? Not the cleanest shots, not the most damaging shots, but he is an absolute weapon as a technician.
Yeah.
And he is the hardest fighter on court.
He's great at, like, resetting. Like, he has emotional outbursts. Like, he'll get
unbelievable
mad.
Emotional outbursts. And then he just
he's
sucks
back
it in.
He's back in.
Just sucks it in, and then he uses it as fuel. And there's no one else on court on the tour that pisses people off more, not via antics, but just via how annoying his game is to deal with. It's a problem that everybody struggles to solve when they play Jensen Brooksby, except for maybe Alcaraz and Sinner, who just blast.
Because this is a racket podcast, I would like to mention I wouldn't mind seeing him not use the blade anymore.
Really?
He uses the CX200, but it's clearly a blade painted as the CX200. I wouldn't mind him going to a more modern racket.
If you could paint another racket like the CX200, what would you paint for Jensen Brooksby?
Well, he can switch to the FX500. It's great.
It's a good racket. Yeah. It'd be good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he doesn't hit huge spin.
I think they build him like a denser pattern, FX500, like an 1820 FX500. They release it mid next year. It's called the FX Brooksby.
Yeah.
We all buy 1,000 each. And it's the greatest racket ever.
That will be my racket.
And he wins all 4 slams with the FX Brooksby.
Well, like the things I saw last year when I was watching him, his serve has improved.
It's way bigger.
Way bigger. He's always had actually pretty good placement on serve. I know, I hate you.
Yeah, it was great.
His serve placement was always pretty good.
Big in person.
Is he?
Yeah, he's big.
He's also way more handsome than I always remember him being. Like, in my mind,
he got bigger during his band,
but he's quite good looking
as well.
He's hunky.
Yeah, yeah. All right,
this is our hero.
That's who I'm most excited for. If you couldn't tell by me talking about him constantly through the last section, so I think we've gone through that enough.
It's Gary Beckett. Fonseca.
You were hot on him, but you cooled off hard.
I've cooled off on Fonseca, but I'm ready. Like the pilot is still on.
Because he finished the year with the title.
Yes.
So that's huge. He's a lot of people are thinking, is this the second coming of the great Juan Martín del Potro?
It could be.
It could be.
It's I just don't think he's ready yet. I see a lot that suggests he could be that in the future. I'm not confident that this is going to be the year that happens, but I do think we'll see a few big bright spots.
I think so too. I think we could see some deep runs in some key tournaments, some big wins over key players. He played well in Australia last year.
He did.
So if the conditions are good for him down there, maybe he likes being in the Southern Hemisphere. That's what home feels like.
To me, I want to see at least one major semifinal and one Masters final.
That would be big.
That would be big.
What surface do you think?
I don't even need him to win. I just need to see those 2 results. I want to see him do well on clay. I think that's his home court that he trained on. He seems to be really, really good at it. And then for me, hard court is obviously where I'd like to see him play really well. I think U.S. Open would just be so much fun if he did well at that, because the Brazilian fans are prepared to move as an entire country to the U.S. to watch their players play. I think if he could do something big at Indian Wells, that would be epic. That's a good court for him, I think, too. Gives him a little bit of time to set his feet and blast. As well. Miami would be insane. That's where he did good last year.
I would like to see... I have a slightly different criteria from you. Okay. I want to see... Dream would be a top 5 win. A win over a top 5 player and another title. Any level, but another title.
To me, a top 5 win is doesn't even matter, really. Top 2, I go, holy shit, yeah, that's crazy, that means a lot. But
lately it's been less of a big deal to beat the top players, but I think you got to get through this mental block that we see some of the other kind of journeyman style players, and the last thing we want a guy like Fonseca to start doing is end up being one of these gatekeeper players. And I think you gotta have the firepower to beat people better than you in the rankings to kind of push through that. And then I also want to see the title because it shows that you can close it out.
To me, I'd want to see him, if he beats someone like Fritz,
Yeah, that
I'd
would be
really
big. That
turn
would
my
be a
head.
very important
in
win.
in a big tournament.
Yeah.
I'd really go, okay, this
Like
is
a
happening.
Zverev win and a Fritz win, I think, are pretty different.
Yeah, very different, but they're still big. Beating Zverev is still maybe it's not. I don't know, but it's still big.
It kind of feels like it depends on his mood.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to see a top 5 win. If
We
it was a
have
top 2 win,
expectations.
I'd blow my pants off.
We're both ready to go crazy.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Musetti is the last guy who I think last year was the best year of his career.
Undoubtedly.
Basically, he's the last gasp of one-handed backhand. And he uses the Extreme Tour. Okay, it looks like a boom right now.
Okay.
What's Extreme Tour?
It is an Extreme Tour.
Yeah.
You love Musetti. I want to like him. For some reason, I just can't bring myself to love this guy. I just see too much of what I see in Zverev's problems, in his problems, where they just both get stuck in this mud of passivity wars. And Musetti, for me, has a better attacking game than Zverev, too. When he turns it on, and all of a sudden you're watching
he's
a guy
a more
who's...
complete mid-court player.
He's in complete control of the rally when he wants to be. And then he'll just go through 4 or 5 games in a row where he refuses to step in and actually take control of the point. It frustrates me.
I feel like it's still early enough for him to be able to turn that around in a more convincing way. Whereas Zverev, I fear it's become too late.
Yeah, it's a good point. And when he does turn it on, not many people have the style he does.
No. And, like, there were a few times in the ATP finals last month where he was attacking well, just turned it on. That forehand, he absolutely ripped one that I remember. I think it was against Demon inside out at a key moment. It's like, that's the forehand that I want to see you hit on every
here's
time
my
you have a
problem with
chance.
Musetti. The ATP released a video of top 10 points of the year. It might have been top 5. And 80% of the best points of the year had Musetti on the losing end. Why were they the best points of the year? Because Musetti just kept the ball in and didn't put it away and gave his opponent the opportunity to do something insane, and they took it. It's a thing that keeps having happen, and he's at the top echelon.
Looking at how he improved his game for this year, I think it's like mainly serve improvements.
Yeah.
So he knows what he needs to work on to improve. And so I don't think it's unreasonable to expect that he might be able to find the attacking piece.
He can do it. I'd like to see it.
Any other players you want to throw in that you're excited to watch?
I want to see Tiafoe come back. That's my thing.
That's hard for me to believe.
I don't know.
I would love to see that too.
I'm a huge Tiafoe fan, and he struggled last year. And I think having him back on top, he's one of the most exciting personalities for me. He's a guy that I like to watch operate. I like Fritz a lot. I would like to see him win a major. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think a couple 1000s is certainly not out of the question. Guy's an operator. He is an intense competitor. I think he's going to be a guy that's looking to improve. I would not be surprised to see him take 1 or 2 steps up in several facets of his game. I could see him winning. I wouldn't be shocked if he won a major this year. That's what I'll say.
I agree. I would like to also see Tsitsipas win a major and then say it was all thanks to Tennis Nerd.
That would be amazing.
Racket.
I would like to. I like Tsitsipas. I think he's hilarious. We'll move on.
We're moving on to things that we want to improve in. I didn't actually write anything on the slide, so I assume it's in our own game.
Yes.
But it could also be generally.
Just globally.
I would like to floss more. I've already started.
Sure. I flossed today.
Impressed by floss last night.
Weird non sequitur coincidence, because that almost never happens. But I did floss today.
Well done.
Thank you.
I'd
like to make a souffle.
I support that. I don't want to do that, but I want you to do it and I'll try.
Okay.
In my game, I want to keep working on my serve. I think I've improved my serve this year. Less double faulting, but I could get a little bit more hip turn, a little bit more right leg drive, so the back leg. Could get a little bit more jumping through it. Mainly, it's because I want to look good on camera. So you got to have the good cohesive technique. But it would be so nice. Like, it's already happened a little bit more where I get easy service games, but how nice would it be to just 4 points every service game?
Right?
No, you're not right. Simon has figured out how to use AI to completely mimic our sets.
That is true. It took a lot of effort, and I paid Grok an obscene amount of E-bucks, but it worked. I want to work on my serve too. Like, my serve has always been fast, but my placement has never been precise. You know, being Ben Shelton struggle from the same thing in that way, I think.
So here's my take on you. Your serve has always been here, and the rest of your game is lower.
Yes.
But everything has moved up.
Yes. But I think also...
Except your serve has
my
not
serve
really...
ball, I'm hitting it too low. I need to work on meeting it up top.
It's a pain to throw it.
It is a pain to throw it. It's stupid. But my shoulder's better. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I've done my physio, my PT. My shoulder is still really weak. So I need to completely rebuild it. Like, my left shoulder is way stronger than my right shoulder after this.
I wouldn't mind getting back on the push-up train.
That's true. We've fallen off hard from fitness.
Last year, I got to like doing 70 push-ups a day.
Yeah.
Now I'm down to 0 or 10 or
I'll
20.
do 10 most days, and they're hard. And I'm not improving ever. I don't know.
Well, if I do 10, I'm motivated enough to go, I could do 10 more.
Sure.
But then I get pretty sore.
That's the thing. You get sore the next day, and it's annoying. I want to work on my forehand. My forehand is on its way up, but it still has so much room to improve. It's still not natural for me every single time I use it. I need to get to a place where I'm more comfortable about it, where I don't even have to think about it. That's my goal. I don't need it to look super, super good or anything like that. I just need it to be serviceable as an attack weapon. And then most of all for me, I want to work on being a volley god. I think my volleys are okay.
They're good.
They're good when I'm already there. But my ability to approach smartly, I think, needs to be improved greatly. And I think a good forehand will help with that big time. But just rounding out...
Well, the other day you were just like whacking slices at me, and it was horrible.
That's true. My backhand slice is insane. Especially right now. My forehand slice with annoying. The speed is really, really good. But I don't know. I'm excited for 2026 for me. I think I could win a major.
Yeah, I don't know if you quite have the game to win a major.
I've just
doubles,
listened.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't know. I see red. What's the
I think you could team up with Rohan Bopana, even though he's retired now, I think.
I think Sitzpass will play doubles with me.
He might.
Yeah. 100%.
Go for a quick long walk on the beach and lock in that doubles.
Patronus follows us, so I'll ask him.
That was huge. Best day of my life.
Yeah.
So all right.
You just want to improve the serve?
Oh, I want to improve the serve. And my net game is absolute trash. I went through like a brief period where I was playing a lot of doubles in the summer. And
we also played a lot of volley game, and we just stopped.
Yeah. Well, we stopped playing together. Because you kept hitting your forehand at the fence.
That's true.
Yeah. And also it became rainy and wet.
And now we only have an hour.
Yeah. So yeah, I would like to work on my net game because I feel like I lose a lot of points by just like not closing properly. And by a lot, like, I don't know, tennis is one of those games that I think it's underrated, where even at rec level, like winning a small percentage of additional points can help you beat a lot more players than you are. So I don't think you need to go, I need to make a huge change and then win a huge amount of more points to beat a few more people. It's like, maybe you win half the points that you play on that day, and if all you did was like tap a few more volleys over, not even hit volley winners, but get a few more over, that can be the difference between beating a lot of people end up.
Yeah, and the main thing in rec tennis is showing your opponent that you can do something.
Yeah.
So that they can't just exploit you not being able to do it.
Yeah. Because that happens a lot, right? Like,
all you did with my forehand.
Yeah.
You just go, oh, Simon can't hit a forehand. Here's a forehand. Oh, Simon can't hit a forehand again. Here's a forehand.
yeah. And that's what you did to me in the AI generated set. Is you were like,
Here's a slice back.
here's a brutal
And a
slice
moonball.
backhand and a moonball, and now you're actually gonna have to volley. Sorry.
That is true.
And like, I could do one of those things in a point, but stringing together are all three, it's like I got a 30% chance at each.
My defense has just been crazy lately,
Yeah,
too.
I don't know how I've gone so fast.
My foot speed is out of control. For
Have
how
you
fast I
weighed
am.
yourself recently?
Yeah, I'm like 224 right now. It's pretty good.
Weren't you used to be happy when you were under 230?
Yeah, no, I've been under 230 for a long time now, but
Okay.
I'm like hovering around the high 220s. 224 is a good weight for me. I think if I got any lighter, it wouldn't even be competitive between us, so I'm just
That's
trying
possible.
to maintain.
I would think it's possible for you to hit 210.
Yeah, I'd be insanely skinny. Like, I'd look weird. I'd look like a fit person way.
Yeah. I think you can do it.
Yeah, gotta lay off the sauce.
Yeah. Too much mayonnaise on everything.
Yeah.
You should see Simon. It's just like everything is
Just a
covered in mayonnaise.
glutton. It's unbelievable.
What do you want to work on for your game in 2026? Who do you think is going to win the majors, and what rackets are you most excited for in the new year?
And also, what do Beckett and I need to improve most, in your opinion?
Yeah. And also, the more specific you can be with your technical advice, the better.
Thanks for watching. That's pretty good. That's long, I feel like.